There I am. All right. Good morning, everyone. How you doing? It's Friday, June 21st. Yesterday was a little bit challenging with our picks, although three of our picks actually had open green candles yesterday. I believe they were AT&T, which was like a secret pick. You had to be in the Discord to know about it. So AT&T had a nice open green candle yesterday. Beautiful. Tesla also, I thought it had an open green candle. No, so only two of our picks are good. It was Tesla and then McDonald's. McDonald's, nice big open green candle on that news of that $5 deal being launched. Everything else a little difficult, but we did warn you about that in terms of the gap ups because we were already in MU, Dell, and SMCI for much lower prices. So before we get into the picks for today, I just want to let you know about a couple things. We are officially going to be launching our Discord on July 1st. That's the following Monday, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. Our Discord's open, but it's like in pre-launch. We're figuring out all the settings, organizing all the channels. We're in there, we're chatting with people. So if you join now, not only will you get free access all the way up until July 1st, but you will also get access. Everyone who's going to be in our Discord channel when we launch on July 1st will get access to special promotional discounts, deeply discounted codes for early adopters. So you want to make sure you jump into our Discord definitely before July 1st. Actually, I'm sorry, you'll have to do it before next Friday at the close. So we're launching July 1st, but we're actually going to be starting to restrict new people from joining the Discord next Friday. So if you join between now and next Friday, you get in for free, and then you get access to all the special promotional discounts, so you can become get in at a much more affordable rate, and that will start July 1st. All right, our pre-market show that you're watching, that you've been seeing on social media, will be going behind a paywall come July 1st. All right, so that's that. Now, a couple other things regarding myself. I'm going to do this show in jet. I'm going to be out of here until like Monday evening. I'm going to a wedding in Boston, but I still will do my show Monday morning from the hotel room. All right, so the show will go on, but I'm not going to be too active between now and Monday night. Just wanted to let you know about that. All right, let's take a look at macro situation first before we go into potential stocks for the day, and we'll also talk about a change or maybe even changes I want to make to the model portfolio this morning. So TLT's up 0.29%. We're still above the moving averages. It's still good for kind of risk on. I know things are what we're seeing, I think, so far is just profit taking out of the chip sector, AI sector. So far, I think that's what we're seeing. I still like the situation with hopefully with this TLT above the key moving averages, a rate cut coming in September. So still like the situation in IWM and risk assets. So I'm not too scared of the market. I think we're just seeing some profit taking and rotations. All right. So kind of simple macro analysis for you there. Before again, and one more thing before you get to top picks. Next week earnings. All right. Next week earnings. Is Juniper next week? Hold on. Juniper. How did Juniper get on that list? Let's see. Hold on a second. I didn't realize. Earnings. Yeah, it is. All right. So I never trade Juniper. I don't even know anything about Juniper. But next week we got earnings on FedEx, Carnival, Juniper, Nike, and Micron. Micron I'm really bullish about. So I guess we can start there. All right. Micron is down big yesterday, down big in pre-market today. I think you buy this. I added a few more shares in my retirement account this morning on this dip. We're at 139. Yeah, sure. Maybe you go to the 20 DMA at 135, but it's hard to get the exact bottom, and you don't know where it's going to be. The lower it is, the better risk reward, right? So I'm adding more Micron. By the way, they got another upgrade. I like that. Raymond James, 130 to 160. All these analysts are going out on a limb ahead of earnings. You don't know we see that. Look at Wells Fargo, 135 to 190. I think the cat is out of the bag, and everyone knows this is going to be a great earnings report. So all the analysts want to get in before the earnings report. I find it hard to believe that they don't have an edge here. I don't think Micron's going to disappoint. I don't think Micron's going to disappoint on their earnings report. So I'm picking up the dip in Micron over here. All right, Dell pullback. I know like NVIDIA is pulling back the whole market. I think NVIDIA possibly can, who knows, and I know these are following it. Like that Micron chart looks exactly like the NVIDIA chart. I get it, all right? But I think Micron and Dell let's say NVIDIA does go down, to 122. There's some candle support here, 126. let's say, who knows, maybe it goes even to the 20 DMA, 118, 119. I think Micron and Dell can separate themselves from NVIDIA and maybe even SMCI. I'll have to look at it one more time, because Micron has the upcoming catalyst coming up, and Dell has the recent catalyst that just happened. And if you look at the technicals on Dell, much different story than what we're seeing with NVIDIA. All right. Actually, even Micron, much different story. Micron, NVIDIA, carbon copies of each other, even to some extent SMCI. Dell, however, its own animal. It started this run earlier this week. We made it our top pick when we noticed it was breaking above the 20 DMA. In fact, we predicted the break above the 20 DMA that morning because of the very low RSI, that nice bounce back, and then boom, we get that Elon Musk news. So we gave you a target of 160s. It hit 160s. Maybe I was a little too greedy. Because I said 160s earlier in the week, and that was huge because the stock was like 144, and I'm like, target 160s. We got to like the 160s, and then I was like, target 165, right? So yeah, I sold like a couple, like maybe 10% of my call options. I should have maybe sold at least 50%. We're in the 160s. I was making a killing, but yeah, maybe I got a little greedy. But 165, it basically, I'm looking at kind of this gap fill, not at bottom of these two candles is where I thought Dell could be headed. So I'm sticking with Dell. I think the technicals here, safer, looking better than NVIDIA and Micron I told you about. So Micron and Dell still going to make the top of our list. Now, I want to draw your attention to NVAX. NVAX, we've been getting killed on this lately. Man, we grabbed this whole move, these 1, 2, 3, 4 candles we nailed. That was fun, right? But unfortunately, I got back in a big way at the 20 DMA. I thought 16 would hold. So we've been suffering for a couple weeks now. All right. This is after that big news of Sanofi $1.2 billion deal. So with this green candle put in, okay, I get it. It had a fake green candle and then it failed. So this is what I'm going to look at. I want to see a close. Intraday is good, but a close above yesterday's high. Yesterday's high was 1448. If you look at this whole move down, all right, the high of, the current day candle was lower than the high of the previous day candle every day, every single day, except here, previous high. All right. So a couple cent fake out, right? So if that, for example, if that happens today again, let's see, yesterday's high was 1448. So, if we go to like 1452 and it pulls back and then we close at 1430s, all right? So maybe I don't have the signal I want. I want to see a close above yesterday's high. If we close above yesterday's high, or if it looks like we are on track to close above yesterday's high, say it's like 3:30 p.m., whatever it is, and we're comfortably above 1448, I think you're going to see a one-day candle to the 20 DMA on the next day, trading day, to around $16. All right, so NVAX on high watch over here. And so Micron, I did that. Micron, I did this in the video the other day. I don't know if you saw the video. I keep mixing up Microsoft and Micron. I go like Microcon or something. Anyway, Micron, Dell, NVAX. Alar we nailed yesterday. Oh, that was one of the picks yesterday. I knew there was more than yeah, we got McDonald's right, AT&T, and Alar. Oh yeah, so we had a few good picks yesterday. And Alar didn't have call options, but got the common shares at $25. It's now $30. RSI really low, 50 DMA break, 20 DMA target. Okay, 20 DMA. So we're saying the reason we got this was because the news, which wasn't really even news, I would say the catalyst that causes us to go down, which we identified on social media, was some competitor supposedly releasing some competitive product, which really wasn't new and really wasn't competitive, right? So, or really wasn't material to Alar's business. So we noticed that right away. We grabbed that dip, and now it looks like Alar could be on track to do a full reversal on that catalyst. So we went, actually, now's a good time to pull up the model portfolio real quickly here. So in our model portfolio, we went 2 times Alar. So that paid for us yesterday. Okay. And we'll come back to this in a sec because I think I want to go 2 times Air today with the news. So Micron, Dell, Novavax, Alar. I like all these for top picks. Air. Okay. Air, we added it to our model portfolio recently on a one-time weighting. Look at this drop. This drop is because some data coming out that, again, showing weak demand for EVs. So weak demand for EVs. A lot of people thinking Air is still just an EV stock, all right? Or maybe they know there's other things coming up with memory and AI, but yesterday's particular sellers, either didn't know about it or don't care because that they want to maybe see the money in their hand. So they got a memory contract kicking off June 1st, but they also have an AI contract that's in validation testing, which is expected to go to production, and I believe it's with AMD. Reading the tea leaves, I think that's with AMD, so that could go to production later this year. And if there's a press release out that they're burning testing AI accelerators for AMD, I mean this thing's gonna double, triple, quadruple. I kid you not, in a matter of months. All right. So I think Air at $10 here is a great place to increase your position. If you're not in it, get in it. I'm not talking about short-term or options trading or anything like that. I'm just talking about establishing a long-term position. So I'm going to look at the model portfolio in just a second, see if we can do something with that. All right. Then we have, oh my God, you know what's crazy? I thought I sold all my McDonald call options yesterday, and I looked at my account, and instead of selling it, I actually bought one additional call. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? All right. So hopefully that's not going to hurt me and I can get out of the calls yesterday, because it was one of the only things I was up on yesterday. All right. Anyway, what was I talking about? Air. Another thing I want to draw your attention is on holdings. All right. This is in a model portfolio. They're the shoe company, growing earnings really nice. It's down this morning. There might be something out there, but I didn't see it offhand. If anyone knows what's going on, please let us know. Actually, collaborate with us. Jump into the Discord at storytrading.com/Discord. Let us know. But 39.80, yeah, that's definitely a move. What's the volume on this over here? Volume is 125,000. Maybe there's a downgrade out there this morning. All right, but I really like this stock. This could be an opportunity to add some. Not for like a day trade or anything like that. There might be some news out there. The RSI might need to reset. Maybe it's going to end up bottoming out at this candle support at 38.90. Maybe the 50 DMA is going to move up to it. All right. So I'm just saying, as far as if you want to add to a long-term position, down 5% this morning, maybe a good opportunity to do that. But it's not going to be like a trade for today. All right. Now, let's see. Let me move this over to what I want to do. I want to go here. Okay. So let's look at our model portfolio. I want to, on this dip, I want to take advantage of this dip. We're already 2 times the LAR because of that dip. We're going to keep that. All right. Bitcoin, we're waiting for breakout. Hasn't worked out yet. So we're doubling up on HOOD and Bitcoin for that. So I want to double up on Air. Where is it? The growth category. All right. Where might get that money? Either we got to sell a little bit of everything else in this category or sell something somewhere else to fund it. Or we just sell one stock and replace it. So decision to make here. All I know right now, I do want a 2x Air. Okay, 2x Air at the open. All right, and then what can we sell? What can we? Oh, on also we're 1x. Do we want a 2x it now? Not yet. All right. What can I remove to be able to purchase 2x Air? Mu is still 3 times. I like it going to earnings. DELL 2 times. Oh, we didn't have a chance to look at the SMCI chart. I still like that, though, with the earnings coming up and split speculation coming up. So we're going to stick with 2 times, 2 times, 3 times on Mu, SMCI, and DELL. You know what I'm going to do? I've had it with ARM. I sold most of my ARM, actually. But no, it's probably not a good price to sell. I don't know where I'm going to get the money to 2x Air for you guys over here. DraftKings, ASPN. Oh, ASPN had a drop because of EV yesterday. Bros, HOOD. All right, I got no choice here. You figure out where you want to do it. So this model portfolio is going to basically be, the way this is going to work, it's going to adjust these lower. So the weighting of DraftKings, ASPN, Bros, HOOD, and On is going to be less, okay, when we figure out the performance for the day. So if you want to match that, theoretically, you'll have to sell a little bit of each of those. Like, that's maybe impractical for you. Figure out what you want to do. But we're going to be adding 2x Air today to our model portfolio. That'll be the only change I'm going to make. Take a look at that, though, also for adding on this dip for the long term. All right, so heading back to our stocks for the day. Let's see if we can rank these. And I did want to look at SMCI. 1 second. SMCI hit our target of 970. All right, it broke 970. So I thought I gave you 2 targets earlier this week before the AI news. The two targets I gave you were 970, and then I think I gave you 1,030 to 1,050, that range. So we broke 970. I was hopeful. I was expecting then 970 to hold. It didn't hold. It pulled back. So I don't have a read on it for today. Where's the bottom for today? Where's it going to bounce back? I don't know that, but I can tell you I still believe in this trade for 1,200 plus as we approach earnings. That is going to be in August, I believe. August 6th to August 12th. All right. So the exact path there, we'll see on a day-to-day. If there's catalyst, we might be more bullish on it for that day if there's a catalyst. But between now and mid-August, whether it's going to be because of an earnings beat or earnings anticipation or stock split anticipation or an actual stock split, one of those catalysts, I believe, by mid-August will take the stock to challenge the highs and maybe even break that high of 1,200. All right. So still like SMCI, that's why we have a 2x position in our model portfolio. But I don't see anything as compelling today. See, Micron has the catalyst next week. Dell just had, Dell, SMCI also just had the catalyst, but the chart's better on Dell. With this 20 DMA here, the chart's better on Dell than it is on SMCI. So I'm going to stick with Dell as far as that Musk AI play here in the top 5, rather than also putting SMCI there. All right. So MU, Dell, Novavax, let's look for that break of 1448. Alar, continuation to that 20 DMA. Air is in the top 5, not only for a model portfolio pickup, but let's see. I think there's a chance if you buy this at the open, you can outperform even today. So those are the top 5 picks. Micron, Dell, Novavax. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Micron, Dell, Novavax, Alar, and Air. All right. Those are your 5 picks. Make sure to join us now. Storytrading.com/Discord. You get free access through all of next week. And then exclusively just for you, because you joined our Discord early, you will get a promotional code, a deeper discount than anyone on social media or any other new members will ever get. If you want to get the cheapest rates possible, you join today, and then you get those codes. Come next Friday after the market closes is when you'll get those codes, and then we'll officially launch as a paid Discord on July 1st. By the way, there are plenty of opportunities to earn free membership. We have contributors. We're looking for more contributors. You step it up in your community. You prove you're good at what you do, whether you're a great researcher, a great trader, whatever niche that you have. All right, we'll identify you and we'll elevate you to a contributor, and then you won't have to pay. So it's good to be part of our community early. All right, good luck, everyone, today. Again, Micron, Dell, Novavax, Alar, that Air changed the model portfolio, and I won't be too active. I'll be driving to Boston all day today, but you can collaborate with everyone else in the community, and we'll see you here from my hotel room Monday morning, 9 a.m. for the next pre-market prep.